Live from El Conquistador Resort, this is a special edition of The Morning Blend. Here are Heather and Alex.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you're enjoying your time watching us, I guess. Enjoy this resort. You should come out and join us and stay here. It's such a wonderful place to be. And we have this beautiful ice sculpture here to the side of us, which we'll get to a little bit later, and how it's made. It's just part of the amenities, part of the, I don't know, the decorations and just the activities they do here to make it look better.
Just
beautiful.
the magic and stuff that goes on behind the scenes that you can also be a part of. We did the cookie making with the kids last time we were here. And there's so much more to come during the holidays. So we'll continue to show you like little sneak peeks throughout the show today. But we're talking about chronic pain now. A great doctor here is helping so many different people. If chronic pain is something that you live with on a regular basis, there is good news for you. Yeah,
it can really get in the way of living your life and those day-to-day activities. So joining us from Desert Sky Spine and Sports Medicine is Dr. Thomas Corey. Pleasure to have you here, doctor. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
So let's start by talking a little bit about you. Tell us about yourself.
Sure. My name is Thomas Corey. I'm a physical medicine and rehab specialist, which just means we take care of people who have chronic painful conditions. But I would love to talk about the practice and how we offer something special for the community.
What is your practice like? What sets you apart from some of the other ones, would you say?
Yeah, so our practice is physical medicine rehabilitation, and the idea with that is that we are trying to focus on patients' functional outcomes and getting them back to their lives, back to their jobs, back to their hobbies. We want to look at the source of the pain and try to come up with an idea for treating the source of the pain rather than just masking it with medications or whatever it is.
Yeah. And we're all familiar with pain in our own ways, you know, be it intentional from, say, working out, or those who live with chronic pain. So what is there something about pain that you think most people don't realize?
The issue is, so we all experience pain. We all have different pains, but chronic pain creates its own burden of emotional and psychological pain. Chronic pain can drive you crazy. So a CDC study was done in 2016 that showed that people in chronic pain have more anxiety, more depression, more anger. And a lot of that comes from the idea that doctors aren't listening to them. They're not hearing their story. And so it's important for us to, when a patient comes in, listen to their story, have them tell it the way they see it. There's an idea in cognitive medicine of IQ and EQ. There's intelligence quotient and there's emotional quotient. And the idea is you want a doctor who's going to be not only intelligent but also compassionate to the patient and what they're going through.
Such an important component. And I know you've brought along actually a testimonial of, like you're saying, let that patient tell their own story, right? So why don't we hear what one of them said?
Sure.
I have had 5 children, and I got arthritis in my lower back. And because I'm an athlete, and last year I was training for a lot of different things, it really started to hurt to the point where I started taking Tylenol and then ibuprofen and then painkillers just to get me through a long run or a long bike ride. And so I was advised to go to Dr. Corey, and he looked at it and he said, I think I can fix this. And once we started the procedure, it was like night and day. I was doubled over. If I wasn't taking any sort of pain medicine, I couldn't even stand up straight. I literally had to be lifted out of the bed in the mornings. I could do no more running, no more bike riding. And then after the ablation, which was in March, I was back on my bike, I was back running, and I did an Olympic triathlon the first weekend in June. Not only was he very personable, he sat down with me the very first day, what's going on, wanted to know what my fitness level was so that he knew exactly what I was going through and what I needed to get fixed so I could get back out there. And all along the way, he explained everything to a T. Afterwards, going back in, follow-ups, you know, he's always been readily available to me. He gave me my life back, and I am now training for another marathon, something I never thought I'd do again.
You gave her her life back. We just heard that. How wonderful. That has to feel so good to hear that. And before you said, you know, I'm not just masking somebody's pain, you're giving them the life that they had before.
That's my favorite part. What gives us joy, what gives us life, what we do this because we love it, is when a patient comes to us and says, Doc, you made me better, I feel great, I'll call you when I need you. no more appointments, no more narcotics, no more injections. It's literally they've gotten back to life. We love that. That's our favorite time.
Well, and she described it very well, the comprehensive plan that you had for her. You looked at every aspect of her health, and you addressed the proper things. You don't just sort of throw it at the wall and see what sticks. You actually know what's going on. So other than this, what else have you learned in your time serving the people of Southern Arizona?
Yeah, again, so people want to be heard. They want to be listened to. They want to know that they're going to be treated in a way that's appropriate and compassionate. There is an opioid crisis going on right now, and that's real. There's a real problem with opioids. But patients, chronic pain patients, are felt to be stuck. They feel like they're not being listened to. They're afraid of coming to their doctor for medication because of the opioid issue. And the idea is that we are not afraid to take on that patient, trust that patient, with the idea that, yes, we want to eventually come down on medications, come down on their need for these things and get them back to the life that they want.
A real relationship. Doctor, thank you so much for sharing your story and being with us this morning.
Thank you.
So if you would like to learn more about Desert Sky Spine and Sports Medicine, you can visit their website, desertskymedicine.com, or you can call them at 520-229-2080.